county funds. EACC expressed frustration at prosecuting the county bosses involved in graft. The anti-graft body claimed the senior county officials were using the process of crime to compromise key witnesses.
You have a very key witness in a case that is involving millions of shillings. And the accused silently, there will be no evidence. The accused silently will oil that person. This is a poor Kenyan, and he can be given something small, and he's just told, usije kotini.
EACC said investigative agencies face a monumental task to prosecute such cases, most of which end up collapsing on technicalities, with the corrupt walking scot-free despite culpability.
And the law is very clear. You cannot compel somebody to become a witness. What do? We've had cases, the DPP will tell you he has withdrawn corruption cases as a result of witnesses disappearing.
Sam Ogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
And meanwhile, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has objected to the appointment of Paul Mwangi Mutunga as the Deputy Governor of Nairobi, citing integrity issues. In a letter to Governor Anne Kananu and Speaker Benson Mutura, the EACC Chief Executive Officer Twalib Mbarak noted that the County Assembly of Nairobi approved Mutunga's appointment without reference to the Commission regarding his suitability. As Hassan Mugambi reports, the former Chief of Staff is battling 4 corruption-related charges in court.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission Thursday delved a blow to Nairobi Governor Anne Kananu's first major appointment, casting a dark cloud over the appointment of former Mbotela councillor Paul Mutunga Mutungi as the 4th Nairobi Deputy Governor. In a letter that comes barely a week after Mutunga was vetted and approved by the County Assembly, EACC Chief Executive Officer Twalib Mbarak noted that the Assembly jumped the gun in the consideration of Mutunga for Nairobi's second in command. The letter addressed to County Assembly Speaker Benson Mutura and copied to Governor Kananu reads in part that it has come to the attention of the Commission that the County Assembly is considering the nomination of Paul Mutunga Mutungi to the position of Deputy Governor. The Commission wishes to bring to your attention that the nominee was charged in Milimani Anti-Corruption Code, file number ACC 8 of 2019, with corruption offences committed in Nairobi County Government. Mbarak also highlighted that Mutunga was facing other charges, including unlawful acquisition of public property, money laundering, conspiracy to commit an offence of corruption, dealing with suspect property, among others. In addition, the EACC has recommended that the Governor and the County Speaker go back to the drawing board, stating, and I quote, "In view of the above, the Commission objects the nomination of Mr. Mutunga as the Deputy Governor and advises the Assembly and the Governor to reconsider the nomination." Last week, Friday, the High Court issued temporary orders preventing Mutunga from taking oath of office. This after human rights activist Okia Omtata filed an application challenging the eligibility of Mutunga to hold the office of the Deputy Governor of Nairobi. High Court Judge Hedwig Ongudi heard that Mutunga's appointment was rubber-stamped by the County Assembly without clearance from the IEBC and other bodies. Mutunga's name was approved by 89 MCAs after a vetting exercise led by a 10-member select committee on appointments, which was chaired by Speaker Mutura. Jubilee Party Secretary General Raphael Tuju had written to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission seeking clearance for Mutunga. His letter was, however, shot down by the electoral body. In a reply dated 22nd of November, Acting Commission CEO Marjan Hussein informed Tuju that for the Commission to clear Mutunga, his appointment as Deputy Governor should be made and submitted by the Governor of Nairobi and not the party's Secretary General. In 2017, Mutunga vied for the Embakasi South parliamentary seat under the Jubilee Party but lost to ODM's Julius Mawathe. Hassan Mugambi, Citizen TV.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of politics now. ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi has ruled out playing second fiddle next year's general election. Speaking at the launch of the party's revamped digital platforms, the ANC leader said he is determined to go all the way to the ballot amidst talks that ODM leader Raila Odinga is planning to woo the One Kenya Alliance principles to back his presidential bid. Elfas Lagat reports.
It was during the launch of Amani National Congress Party's revamped digital platform, that Musalia Mudavadi once again maintain his commitment in pursuit for the country's top seat in the next general elections. Mudavadi assuring his troops that he will not budge to pressure to back unnamed individuals.
To back his presidential bid. Elfas Lagat reports.
Don't panic. We will talk. We want to grow, widen the net, talk to other people. Then, in accordance with IEBC deadlines, we will fulfill our mandate. At that time, we will now all be saying to Nailekea.
Mudavadi's sentiments reiterated by his close allies who asked ODM leader Raila Odinga to support Mudavadi for the presidency.
Akikuja ajue kwamba kuna Captain Musalia, kuna Captain Weta, kuna Captain Kalonzo, kuna Captain Gideon Moi. Sababu amezoea kwamba huyu mheshimiwa Musalia yeye ndio aliform ile kitu inaitwa NASA. Sasa alikuwa anasema NASA hao. NASA was the idea of Musalia Mudavadi. Wakati Raila alikuja hapo ndani akatake over, yeye ndio akakuwa kiongozi.
Mudavadi taking on President Kenyatta over his take on leaders seeking to succeed him on account of youthfulness.
If people are worried that the young people are running very fast, then they must wake up to the reality that the young people are tired of us going too slowly.
The ANC leader also defended IEBC chairman Wafula Chebukati against what he called intimidation by political leaders, urging him to remain firm and make independent decisions in the planning for the 2022 elections.
It is the IEBC that is mandated to conduct elections in this country. And their role must not be hijacked anywhere along the path to the 2022 elections.
Musalia Mudavadi now says he remains steadfast in his bid for presidency despite mounting pressure on One Kenya Alliance principles to support a Raila Odinga's presidency. Elfas Lagat, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Deputy President William Ruto has taken his boss, President Uhuru Kenyatta, head-on over his stance about youthful leadership. The DP described the president's position as insincere and selfish, as he only pushed for self-preservation and creation of posts for leaders. Here's Samugina with more.
The Deputy President concluded his two-day tour of the larger Machakos County with political rallies in Yatta and Masinga. For the second day running, the DP pitched for his bottom-up economic model as he sought to popularize the Hustler Movement crusade. Coming a day after President Kenyatta cautioned Kenyans against some of those seeking to succeed him next year on a platform of youthful leadership and promises of mega economic revolution, the Deputy President, in an apparent direct response to his boss, described the president's position as insincere, self-serving, only to shield and protect leadership positions for a few leaders who, he said, are power-hungry while leaving the masses disenfranchised.
Munajua mimi nashindana na hao watu wadosi wengi. Na saa hizi wamekasirika na mimi. Ati mimi nimeenda kuchochea watu wa huko chini, nimewaambia wanaweza kupata hii, wanaweza kupata hii. Ati huyu mtu angewacha kwanza tujipangie mambo ya viongozi, tupange vyeo, tupange mamlaka.
In subtle jabs directed at his deputy, President Kenyatta said next year's State House succession race was a marathon and not a sprint, scoffing at early campaigns that have raised political temperatures. But in a swift rebuttal, the Deputy President warned that as the leaders had ganged up against him, they were equally ganging up against the public.
Mimi nawauliza, mbona sisi tuko na ubinafsi kama viongozi? Tunapanga mambo yetu, tunasahau mambo ya raia. Kama mnasema tupange vyeo na mamlaka ya viongozi, siku gani tutapanga mambo ya wananchi jameni? Hata Mungu atatulaani kwa sababu ataona sisi ni watu wanafiki. Sijui kama tunaelewana.
DP Ruto has fashioned his State House bid as anchored on the young electorate and the small-scale traders. With the other political leaders coalescing around the One Kenya Alliance on one hand and opposition chief Raila Odinga on the other hand, the Deputy President said he was done playing the political kingmaker.
Saa hizi wananilaumu mimi. Ati huyu ameenda kukusanya watu wa huko chini, sijui mahasla huko chini, hataki kufanya kazi na wadosi, sijui. Mimi nauliza nyinyi, tumefanya kazi siku nyingi, uchumi inapangwa na huko juu, inapangwa na wadosi, inapangwa na kampuni kubwa kubwa, inapangwa na mambo ya kungojea kutoka Nairobi. Mimi nimesema vile hata rais wa Marekani amesema imefika wakati wa kubadilisha model ya uchumi. Tumepanga ile ya kutoka juu, wananchi wanangojea chini, jafika kwa miaka 50.
Hapa kuna kesho ya Kenya. Hapa kuna muundo wa Kenya mpya. Hapa kuna nafasi ya Mkamba kuwa rais wakati wowote.
Storming Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka's backyard, the deputy president maintained his opposition to regional political parties, which he described as the key to divisions.
Tusikubali kuambiwa ati nyinyi ni wa kabila hii endeni chama ile. Nyinyi ni wa kabila hii endeni chama ile. Hiyo ni mpango ya kutugawanya, ndio watu wachache waendelee kututumia, wapate vyeo,